Hey, Redemption Gateway, welcome to today's Daily Dose. We are in a series right now about how God cares for us and how we know that God cares for us. And I want to share about how I know that God cares for me. He cares for me, and the theme I want to stick to just in this moment is I know that God cares for me because He is patient. He's patient with me. When I think about the way that my life unfolds, when I think about the different ups and downs and lefts and rights, whether it's lust or self-righteousness or harboring bitterness or anger or impugning other people's motives or powering up when I'm challenged or cowering back when I should have courage, there's a lot of opportunity for me to feel shame over who I'm not compared to who God has asked me to be. For my lack of holiness in places where God has called me to be holy, that it's been far more than a decade now that I've been walking with Him and that I know better than how I act. That I try and I fail and I don't try and I fail. That my effort at being devoted to Him is mixed. That my own energy I give to devoting my mind and my body to what He's called me to do varies from hour to hour. And that there are days I wake up and I mail it in. I'm in neutral. I'm coasting. And I think about a Father who loves me, who's given me all that I need to thrive in the world He's created, who has given me His entire Word, who's filled me with His Spirit. And if I was Him, I'd be disappointed. If I was Him, I would be frustrated. If I was Him, I would have given up, because I've by far passed my 70 times 7. But God's patient with me. He's wooing me and welcoming me back. His mercies new every morning. In this text in particular, Numbers 14:18, the Lord is slow to anger. The phrase in the Bible is actually an idiom. In Hebrew, it says He has a long nose, which is not commenting on His non-body, but it's like He's laid back. There's a patience, an unhurriedness. He's the Father in the prodigal son story who's waiting for us to return. He's going to greet us and greet me with joy. He's slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love. He's not lacking it. He's giving away freely. This abundance mentality where He's not worried about overgiving, but He's able to give and give and give. And His patience with me is just shocking, because I've never seen anyone extend the patience that God has extended to me, and yet He loves me and desires to use me and to incorporate me in His plan. And it's not just like a utilitarian, like He's playing chess and I'm one of the pawns, but there's a fatherly affection in spite of my long endurance in my sinfulness, in my slowness to get it, and how long it takes me for it to come around. And just when I feel tempted to wallow in shame and self-pity, the Father's there, abounding in steadfast love, patient with me, understanding even my own experience, with empathy that when I sin, He's not just mad, but it breaks His heart. And so He's a good Father who's patient and bringing me back to Himself. And so the fact that God has been patient with me these last 15 years as I've sought to follow after Him gives me confidence that He cares for me, because who wouldn't be patient with someone that they don't care for like that? God has proven it to me every day, most hours, that He's willing to have a relationship with me even when I do so many things to break that relationship. Him by His blood and His grace and His patience is always bringing back to Himself. I know that God cares about me because He's patient with me. Have a great rest of your day, Redemption Gateway.